Cultural values can be taken in two ways. They can help you, and they can have an hindrance as well in your mental health journeys for everybody. And so there are certain things. For example, if you belong to a traditional based collectivistic society like Pakistan, for instance, then there are certain values that we abide by. So, for example, what helps? We are very much into families, and we're very community oriented people. We want that, feel of, we hold that space for each other. But if you compare that to the West, where isolation is something that is delving into mental health illnesses, that's where the problem is starting. But in countries like Pakistan, Southeast Asia, we hold that space. We're together. You go to a gynae ward and you will be amazed. Someone is delivering and you see a whole village standing outside. Isn't that true? So we love doing that. And it can go either way, but that's our culture. And if someone does slump down, medically or mentally or otherwise, you're the talk of the town, isn't it? So it can be taken in any context, but it is, as we say, it's a loving environment. Take it as it is, but we have to understand different cultures and contexts, right? Then again, countries like us have faith. We have religion to pull our back up against, spirituality. Everything that you go through in life, we have that faith. As you said, tawakkal Allah, we have him, we have Allah to support us through it. So compared to the West, so that is something to pull our back up against. And there are other things. For example, something that really helps us around is, we have a nation that has gone through social and economical crisis. We've been through ups and downs, and I think we're a very resilient nation. And when I talk about resilience, it's from the core, from the baseline, from a child to an adult, from an old person. We're very resilient. And so that really helps us come through in our mental health journeys, compared to many other countries, I would say. Now, talking about hindrances would be number one, stigma. I mean, it's not only Pakistan, it's the world round. We have stigma in the West as well, and we don't want to talk about something that gives us labels. We don't want to be out there to be called someone who is related to a mental illness, say, I'm not crazy. And mental illness has a history, and we'll come to it someday. Why was stigma there in the first place for mental illnesses, right? Why do we define people going through a difficult journey as someone who's crazy? So, being labeled, young women, young people who are in the prospects of getting married, rishta, won't come because proposals might not come because you're labeled as someone who's just gone through therapy or just went to a psychiatrist. Tele psychiatry has helped a lot. I've seen a lot of women, young women coming out, reaching out to us because it was not, overt.